Welcome to the Killing Podcast, Season 2, Episode 12, Donnie or Marie.
That's a great name.
And we're your hosts, Martha Southgate, and
I'm Rob Southgate.
So who is it, Donnie or Marie?
What do you mean, who is it, Donnie or Marie?
Who is your favorite, Donnie or Marie?
Oh, you know what? I'm going to choose
Are you a
neither.
little bit country or a little bit rock and roll? Because I'm not sure they're either.
I'm
But
kind of a mix. I think I'm more of a mix than either one of them is.
So you're Donnie and Marie.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm like that Glenn or Glenda. You don't know that movie? It's by, oh, now I'm drawing a blank. It's like that Ed Wood movie. You don't know that, Glenn or Glenda?
No.
Yeah, it's, you know what?
It's best. It's for the best.
No, it's not. That's the one where he got to dress up because he was a transvestite in real life. So he dressed up as a guy and as a girl with split personalities in this. So, you know what? We're just going down some kind of Glenn or Glenda rabbit hole here.
Can I just say,
yes,
Episode freaking 12?
Yes, we
and
are
you're talking
one
about
away.
Something, you're taking me
help
off
it.
target, off topic.
I can't help it.
Okay, can you help that Holder and Sarah are watching footage of the press conference?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So the way the last one ended, we saw them go into the room.
Yeah, and it was Darren's office.
I am dying at this point.
Okay, so we gotta get in here.
Okay.
So they think only Gwen or Jamie would have enough pull to broker a deal between the casino and Ames.
Yes.
So they're thinking pretty much right now the two main suspects.
Yes, and Holder. This is where
Jamie.
Holder says the name of the episode, and it was just too good when he goes, "Which one is it, Donnie or Marie?"
And you and I are kind of divided on this. I am leaning towards Gwen, and you're leaning towards Jamie.
So you're a little bit more country. I'm a little more rock and roll.
Okay. If Jamie is not rock and roll.
You know what? Okay. From the last episode to this point, in the time it took to get between the two episodes, I don't know if I'm leaning towards Jamie.
Oh.
I was clearly leaning towards Jamie because of that one scene. But now...
Which is a weird reason.
I know, but now, I've
scene.
flipped it over in my head like 50 times. I really have no leaning.
Lenient? What?
I'm not leaning either way.
At this point, yeah.
I really am not. I'm off balance from this.
Well,
and the only thing I'm not off balance is, and it's only because of them,
balance.
is Darren. It's not Darren.
Yeah.
Whereas I was, even at the end of the last episode, kind of wondering, well, could it end up coming back to Darren? Which seemed cheap to me, but it could be. Well, now, especially with them going Donnie and Marie, it's like, nope, no way. It's one of the two of them.
Yeah. So the cops are still after Sarah.
Right.
Holder. They're trying to catch them.
Right.
And so they...
Oh, and the cops are everywhere.
Yeah, they're just on
it's like a video game. Like every time you open a door, like the bad guy is right there. Like
they're on them like white on rice.
Oh, very good.
So they go to the mayor to make a deal.
Yes.
And the cops,
because he's in the same office thing, and they go in there, and the cops are
trying to drag her away as she's yelling, "Do you want to win this election? Call off your dogs."
Yes.
So of course he does.
Oh my gosh.
They're confronting him over the photo. And he says, if you call off the cops and get Carlson off our backs until the Larson murder is solved, we will not expose
what happened with
the
this
photo.
This is the craziest thing. Like, I can't believe this is episode 12 and not 13 because this is major stuff happening right here.
I can't believe they didn't play this card a long time ago.
What about but they didn't know. They didn't know if Adams was involved. You can't make a deal with the guy if he's a suspect. And we knew that there was somebody was a suspect. They could play games like this. Now they clearly know Adams isn't involved. We need his help.
Right.
He's got leverage.
True that.
So
Mitch is sitting at the table, and she says, "Did you guys get a dog?" Apparently it's a bulldog.
Yes, apparently it's a bulldog.
So she apologizes.
Named April.
Right. She apologizes to Stan, and Terry comes in with the boys.
Oh, yeah. And the boys are like, well,
Denny hugs her.
Denny's
happy to see her. Tommy would like to go kill some birds now.
Yeah,
because
he's
really not happy.
Yes.
And he won't even say hi to her. No, of course not.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to say hi to her. I'm not
But
mad at her.
Mitch is back.
Yeah. So the surveillance tapes are going to be ready in the morning, but they have to pick them up themselves at the casino.
Right. Yeah, that's going to go well, too.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll cooperate.
Yeah.
They're trying to determine the suspect.
Well, and okay, so we've got the two of them sitting in the car.
Yeah, and they're just kind of brainstorming.
Brainstorming and smoking it up.
Ooh.
And this is, just like in the last episode, it started off with Sarah getting out of the car and she's saying it just doesn't add up. Same thing here. She says, they discuss how Gwen and Jamie are the suspects, and she's saying the story still doesn't add up.
Well, the fact of the matter is there was no confrontation, and she said it's a passive way to kill someone.
Right.
And Gwen had dinner that night, and Eutanis canceled the dinner.
Right. Making her look pretty suspicious.
Right, because it's like, well, she was available then.
There was a great little thing that she said in here, too, when she was talking about it being a passive murder. She said to Holder, men kill with guns and knives, women poison.
Yeah.
That was really interesting. I had never thought of that, but yeah, that probably is pretty accurate.
And Holder's going to investigate Jamie when they realize Jamie didn't have his key card that night at the gym.
Right.
So then I'm thinking, did someone steal his key card?
Well, right.
Because I'm still not thinking Jamie. I'm thinking Gwen.
If you're thinking Gwen, I mean, she very easily could have Jamie's key card.
She could have taken his key card.
Or he could have given it to her and not thought anything of it. I mean, you don't know.
Or it could have been somebody else in the
She could have switched them, and one of them going in there is using the other person's key card, and nobody takes any notice of it. Right. Why would you?
So Darren's getting his hair cut, and he's not doing well at the polls.
Right. Oh, day 25,
there you go.
Election day. This is it. Finally, that part of it's going to be over, or somewhat. That's it.
Holder's following up on his leads, and Sarah's checking on the key card. The guy says that they were all deleted from his computer.
Right.
Monday, right after Rosie's murder.
Right. Very suspicious.
Gwen came for a replacement card after that.
Oh. Okay. So, once again, that doesn't mean it's Gwen's card, or that it's Gwen. Because if it was Jamie and he took her card and lost it, that's why she doesn't have a card. Or she lost her own and she needs a card. We're still not getting any kind of clear picture. Any number
of things could have happened, but who deleted all of them from the computer?
Well, it's one of the two of them. Whoever lost the key card there wants to cover their tracks, so they deleted those from that. And who would have access to it? Donnie or Marie.
Right. So Holder and Sarah are at the casino, and they see the chief and the head of security having words. Trouble in paradise. Nothing to hide. Nothing but the footage on the broken camera.
Right.
So they see Gwen's picture on the wall at the casino.
Yeah. Yeah, she's there
because of her dad.
Yes. The groundbreaking or something. Oh, my gosh.
So, very interesting scene.
Yeah.
But there is definitely issues.
She's got connections into this casino.
They see that there's trouble between the head of security and the chief.
It would make sense if she was there for the grand opening, that she wouldn't be there as they're doing construction, or somehow she could be there.
Yeah.
Things are not looking good for Gwen right now.
Yeah. So they see Eutanis. And she said that Gwen canceled their dinner.
Right.
And she uses her... Oh, this was funny.
What?
Eutanis said she uses her vajayjay to control her candidate.
Her vajayjay.
That's her M.O. And
just like her daddy, she said.
Yeah, Eutanis thinks...
Wait, her daddy has a vajayjay?
Yeah, apparently. Eutanis thinks she's shady, though. That Gwen is shady, and I don't disagree.
Well, right now, yeah.
And she said whatever it takes to benefit her, just like her daddy. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Oh, my
The
gosh.
Ames family, the company CDF, is the major benefactor for the mayor's campaign. If the waterfront project goes down, it screws Sally Ames, who's Michael's wife.
Right, and she's the one, it says that she's really the one pulling the strings. So his wife is majorly in control here. Now, we only saw her in that one episode. Yeah. But is she now a suspect?
There are so many.
I mean, this is, and you know what? It doesn't seem unnatural that they'd add a character like this. It's like, wait a minute, she's a peripheral player, even though we've only seen her once. she's important.
I mean,
here.
at this point, Gwen's vajayjay is a suspect.
She's her vajayjay.
According to Uranus.
Is it like that South Park episode?
I keep wanting to call her Uranus.
When the vajayjay like pulled a gun on people? Is it that kind of thing?
There you go. So Darren voted.
Yes.
And the mayor shows up and tells him it will be the last speech of his career.
Yeah.
Because he's just that nice a guy.
Oh, he's a great guy. He's there for a photo op, and that's
Gwen
about it.
apologizes and says, I tried so hard for you. You know, like she's trying to comfort him. So, okay, Mitch comes in with Denny, who wants Terry to make him a grilled cheese.
Right.
This was a bit of a painful scene. And Mitch says, oh, I'll make it. You know
what? A bit of a painful scene, but I have no sympathy for Mitch. I do have sympathy for Mitch. She lost her daughter. She's a train wreck. I get it. But the fact that you left and you did this, and then you're going to just jump right back in and, hey, Terry, hit bricks.
Okay, well, the fact of the matter is she's only been gone about 2 weeks.
2 weeks at a critical
right, but I'm just saying,
it's not,
I'm just saying.
And he's mad. He's mad. And we don't know before that how much Terry was taking care of these kids.
Right.
I have a feeling she was doing a lot, and then it heaped on as soon as Mitch left. And, you know, it's like having a nanny when they get attached to the nanny.
Right. Well, Mitch says, you know, okay, well, I'll make it. And he says, no, Terry makes it better.
Yeah.
And so Mitch is obviously hurt. And she sees lacy black underwear in the laundry.
Yes.
And it's Terry's.
Yes.
So there's just a lot going on in this scene. Terry says she figures they'll be moving into the new house soon now that Mitch is back. And Mitch has no idea what she's talking about.
Yep. That's not good.
Mitch has no idea what she's even... Yeah. So she says, you know, we all did the best we could while you were gone.
When she says to her, you still had so much, Mitch, and you walked out.
But Mitch
out.
Mitch says, you have no right to judge. You have no family.
Oh.
And Terry says, all I know is that I've been killing myself trying to keep your family together while you've been off on some vision quest.
Right. Well, you have no family. Yeah, you do. You've got a sister, and you're taking care of her kids, and you're there.
But she says, you still had so much, Mitch, and you walked out.
Right.
You walked out. But she says you had so much.
Right.
Like, you left because you lost your daughter.
But you still had all this
everything
Well, that's
else.
the point we've been making.
Yes.
I mean, I get it. You need to get away or whatever. The way she did
it was crap.
Was selfish and crap. And she ignored those kids.
Absolutely.
She didn't even call back and say to the kids,
didn't even call to check on them. Nope. And when she called, she wasn't asking how the boys were and how anything. No. So she just... So do I defend her? No. But I understand that it's difficult for her to come back in and feel like her life's been hijacked.
Right.
Holder and Sarah are checking out Michael Ames's companies. His wife's name is not on the board. So they're trying to figure out. So he's double-crossing his wife and the mayor.
Right.
And Sarah says he really was going to leave his wife for Terry. Like, this is crazy.
Right. The whole thing is nuts. Well, you know, it says here, one of the things I wrote is that they have proof that Ames was on the ferry and the Indians were on that casino floor at the time of the attack.
Yeah.
So we're placing Ames there.
He's there. Well, and this is interesting.
Now, was she...
Hang on,
I mean, there's blood. Was she killed at this moment? Was he there for the murder? I mean, what is going on?
Hang on.
Yeah.
They're talking about this, and they said, why was Ames's company fast-tracked to get a government contract? And they find out that Jamie told the clerk to do it.
Right.
So there's a lot in this scene that's going on.
Right. So Jamie is involved.
Yes.
With
Why is
Ames.
Jamie involved with Ames? Like, where did that come
once
from?
again, it's all tied up to this project and the mayor and everything else. So, okay. So now, after we've been thinking Gwen, this is a big thing pointing Jamie's way. That he's involved with Ames.
Well, they go to talk to him.
Yeah.
And about how he got the company got their paperwork expedited. And he says that he was trying to woo them to their side.
Right.
He said he won't discuss Gwen with them.
Well, and that's kind of his deal. I mean, think about it. Remember the basketball guy, the Mark Cuban guy? That's what Jamie's role was to go and, like, woo this guy. So, you know what? That could be legit.
Wooing
wooing Ames.
I don't
like
know.
trying to get one of these high-powered financial guys.
But he did say he
pocket.
had his key card on him.
Okay.
But they know that...
But we know that Gwen's is missing, so we don't know...
No, but he didn't have his key
Oh,
card.
you mean, yeah, he did.
Because he forgot it at the gym, and they had a record of him not having it at the gym.
Okay.
So there's an issue here. Sarah wants a cigarette. There's an issue. And Holder says, I love this part. Holder says, it's time for you to buy your own pack.
Yeah.
They speculate.
Well, and he helped get her hooked again.
Right. Oh.
You know, the first one's free, then you got to start buying. Yeah.
So
nice.
they're speculating. They're wondering if Gwen and Jamie could have done it together.
Okay, that is insane.
Yeah.
Do you think that could be? I mean, if they're thinking it, there is a possibility, but that to me seems insane.
Yeah. Insane in the membrane.
Yeah.
Insane in the campaign.
Oh, good. Are you putting out a rap song?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stan hears on the radio that Yannick is dead.
Yes.
And there are no suspects.
Yes. And Stan tattoos a tear on his face for his fallen homie and pours out some beer.
No.
No, not so much.
Stood up and did a jig.
Yeah, I did a jig. I would like to see that.
Yeah.
Now that's my kind of show.
Well, so this is interesting. So Mitch walks up, but he doesn't tell her why he's smiling.
Right.
And you would think that he would say Yannick is dead because she hates the guy.
Right.
And wants him out of their lives and everything, and he's smiling.
Yeah, but it's also showing the separation
yeah,
that they have.
I guess so.
They still have that at this point. So
she says that she knows about the house.
Right.
And Stan then says, what we were saying in the other episode, they could have a fresh start.
Right.
And she said she doesn't want to leave her behind. I thought that was really sad.
Right. She also says, I should have trusted you, Stan.
As long as we stay in this house. But you know what?
She shouldn't have, because they don't communicate. It's right. One thing to trust. It's another thing to communicate some.
Well, and he says, as long as we stay in this house, there's no moving on. And he rails at her for leaving.
Yeah.
And he says, you can't come back here and say that you loved Rosie more than I did.
Right.
Oh, it was a very difficult scene. But you know what?
Well, and she goes, I'm her mother. He goes, I'm her dad. What are you talking about?
Right.
At this point, in my notes, I wrote, I don't like Mitch.
Uh-huh.
I don't like Mitch.
But I like that they're talking.
Communicating. They're arguing it out.
I like that she's back.
Yes.
And I like that they're
I just find her
some
to be horrible and selfish, even though I feel for her with losing the daughter and everything else.
I don't think I would have liked her before she lost
No,
Rosie.
no. And she shows no love towards Stan. I mean, if something were to happen, even if we lost a cat, and I could tell you we were both upset by it, okay? I would be concerned about you. Mm-hmm. Whereas Mitch has no concern.
Right.
It's all about Mitch.
Right.
So maybe she's got that personality thing where everything's about her.
Narcissism?
Yeah.
Okay, so here comes one of my favorite lines. So Holder and Sarah show up at the yacht club, and Holder says to the guy, the kid, with the notepad thing,
the valet?
the clipboard.
It's a valet.
But he has all the names of everyone who's
he's a
been
valet.
there.
He's like the head valet guy.
And he says, "Ease up, son. Minimum wage ain't worth fighting the popo."
Fight the popo.
I love
He
Holder.
pulled over that car. He goes, "Hey, if my ride isn't up to club standards, you can switch it with that Jag."
Yeah. Oh, he's so funny. So they're just trying to read the valet's list from October 5th, and that's when he's fighting them on it.
Yeah.
But Gwen was there with the freaking campaign car that Rosie's body was found in. So they go and confront her.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Swinging back to Gwen. That's what's great about this episode. Mm-hmm. Swinging back and forth. Yeah. Donnie or Marie. Every few minutes.
It's like a tennis match.
You're totally thinking, I can see that it's this person.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm forgetting about Jamie. I'm thinking it's Gwen.
Yeah. So Mitch is tucking the kids in, and Denny says that she can make him grilled cheese tomorrow.
Yeah.
So he's trying to bring her in. Now she's
trying to soften some.
She's the one who should be comforting him.
Right. But she's a narcissist, and she can't. And
you're just latching onto that diagnosis now, aren't you?
You know what? It's the only one I got.
Yeah.
So, that maybe he's understanding that I have to be the parent in this situation. And that stinks.
Yeah, it does.
But he'll get his aggression out. He'll kill some starlings. It'll be okay.
No, that's Tommy.
Oh, okay.
This is Denny. Darren is only...
Then he'll kill... He's Denny. He'll kill a moons over my hammy. It's a Denny's joke for you. Thank you very much.
Darren is only hundreds of points away from in the polls. Like,
right.
He's getting so close. But he gets a disturbing phone call.
Bum, bum, bum.
Sarah and Holder are at Holder's apartment.
Yeah.
And he says, "You never told me he was your shrink."
Oh, man!
And she says, "You think I'm going to go nuts again?" And he says, "No, I'm just saying I've got your back.
Yes.
Think of me as your sensei in the blood..." I can't even say it.
In the blood
sport of life. I can't even say it because I laugh so hard. They're analyzing the picture from the casino.
Wait a minute. I also pointed out that when he said that, Sarah laughed.
Oh, that face.
Finally.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, how do you not laugh
I am your sensei in the blood sport of life. He is just my favorite character of all time.
That's the T-shirt you need.
I love him. So they're analyzing the picture from the casino, and one of the women has a broken arm.
Yeah.
Because this woman just abuses them all.
Oh my gosh, it's Chief Jackson.
That's the same one who shut the other woman's fingers in the door.
Well, and we also, I don't know if we've talked about this, but they've alluded to this, and here they're really alluding to it, that the security chief is the girlfriend of Chief Jackson. Because they ask her about Jackson's prior girlfriend, and they refer to her as her girlfriend a few times.
Where did they?
When they were talking to Chief Jackson
today in this episode?
Yeah, they pull Roberta in to talk, and they ask. Roberta's the security person.
Okay.
And they ask her about her girlfriend, Chief Jackson.
Well,
then they say again. That. Oh yeah, okay. I definitely.
Well, they said the last head of security is in a women's prison.
Right. I don't think that they were referring to them just being a friend. I think that she does this. She's got these relationships, and she's abusive in these relationships. Okay. That's what I think is going on.
Okay, so
because they said it more than once.
So it's like the Strangers with Candy woman and Tammy Littlenut.
Tammy Littlenut? Yeah.
It's Amy Sedaris' character. What was her name in there?
Oh my gosh. I can't remember.
Strangers with Candy. How come I can remember Tammy Littlenut? But
because
I
actually said the words Tammy Littlenut the other day, so now it's stuck in your head.
Sarah confronts her about putting the picture in her hotel room.
Right.
And because she's the one who put that on a refrigerator, and she says, "My son is gone because of you." Well, okay.
Well,
guess what, Sarah?
Not totally.
He's gone because of you.
Not totally because of
the picture didn't help.
Right.
But he's gone because of your choices.
Right.
But they want the disc that shows who was on the 10th floor that night.
Yes. And says it's the only thing that's going to prove your innocence. Now, did you mention that the last one is in prison?
Yeah.
So this is what she does.
Right. She gets them and then frames them and does whatever.
Is abusive and whatever. And this really, you can tell it's got Roberta thinking. Yeah. I just found that really interesting.
Darren gets dropped off somewhere and tells his driver he may be a while.
Yeah.
So this has to do with that phone call.
Yeah, I wrote that down too. I'm like, is it the person who called?
Right.
Or is it that he was being led to somewhere by the call?
I don't know.
So
Sarah and Holder are, this is when it starts going fast.
Yes.
Sarah and Holder are looking at the discs. They got the footage from the 10th floor, and they see Rosie get on the elevator at 1:02 a.m.
Oh, boy. This is just one of those defining moments, this scene.
Yeah.
When they're watching this, and you're just holding your breath.
Yeah.
I don't think I breathed through any of this here, because this security tape footage, if they had this 3 weeks ago, it would have answered a lot of questions. Yes. Here it is.
Darren is at an old man's house. Is it Jamie's grandfather?
Oh,
so
yes.
That's what I put. Sarah, and then with the question mark. Sarah and Holder see the casino manager get on the elevator after Rosie.
Yes.
After.
Yes. So she gets off at 1:02 a.m. So that is after. Ooh, boy. Okay.
So they were up there with Rosie.
Rosie's up there. Casino manager's
up there.
Who else is up there?
And we're going to find out. They see Ames get on the elevator.
Yes.
And they see Jamie
Yes.
get on the elevator. So they were all on there at the same time
Yes.
that Rosie was there.
So it's Jamie.
It's freaking Jamie.
Jamie is up there.
Okay, now wait, scary. Jamie comes home to find Darren at his grandfather's house.
Oh my gosh. And okay, once again, we actually said this when we were watching it. We don't know, even with this, if Jamie is the killer.
If Jamie's a
But
killer,
Jamie's involved. But if Jamie's a killer, he's there
alone with Darren
with
and
this
the grandfather. And who knows what the grandfather's
And this grandfather doesn't seem like the wholesome story that Jamie told about his grandfather. This guy seems like a crazy drunk.
So oh
Something's
my gosh, I'm
not
freaking out.
right here.
I
Holy
am freaking
cow.
out. So I don't know what.
And what do you remember what the last line of the episode
Not
was?
at all, because I was too freaked out by that.
Last line of the episode, Darren looks up and says, "Why did you lie to me, Jamie?" Bam. That's it. Holy cow.
It's not good.
I can't wait for the ending.
Yeah.
Now, at this point, we're being led to assume it's Jamie.
Yeah.
But we've got Chief Jackson, we've got Ames, we've got Jamie. They're all
What
up
was
there.
Jamie doing up there?
And we also know that
And
Jamie...
why has he not said anything this whole
We
time?
also know that Rosie was not dead there.
Nope.
She was chased through the woods by somebody.
Well, we already knew that.
I know, but we don't know if
Which one of them chased her through the woods?
Yes. What does Jamie know?
Right. Did she hear something? Did something
Is
happen?
he a killer? Did he... What is it? This is
What were
crazy.
they doing with her up there?
This is crazy. Yeah. Why is she up there with the three of them?
I'm freaking out.
I am freaking out. Okay.
We gotta go watch the final episode.
We'll wrap it up. So thank you for listening, everybody. You can find all of our past episodes and this episode at our website, www.southgatemediagroup.com. You can also find us on Tumblr. Our Tumblr ID is Southgate Media Group, all one word. You can follow me on Twitter at rsouthgate. You can follow the show on Twitter at The Killing Podcast. You can follow, Martha does it for the network at...
SMG Pods.
Yes. And we're on Facebook. You can join in the conversation there. You can email us at southgatemediagroup@gmail.com. Find us on Stitcher. Find us on iTunes. Rate us. Review us. We're basically on like every directory. And please share it with your friends and give us reviews. It helps other people find us. And it just keeps this party going. I can't believe next episode we're going to find out who did it.
I can't believe it.
I cannot believe it. This has been the
Darren
best
gonna
ride.
Survive?
Oh my!
I mean, this is scary.
Who's going to survive at this point?
This is really scary.
Yes, this is great stuff. So once again, thank you so much for listening to the Killing Podcast. I'm Rob Southgate.
I'm Martha Southgate.
And next time we
will
find out who killed Rosie Larson.
And hopefully Jamie won't kill Darren.
Let's hope.
If you would like to donate to help pay for this and other Southgate Media Group podcasts, simply go to our website, southgatemediagroup.com, and click on the donate button. It can be as little as $1 or, well, as much as you want. Help keep this fun going by supporting this and our other shows. Thanks again for listening, everyone. You're the best fans in the world.